Man, did y'all go to the Badu Scott show this weekend, fam?
I mean, I stopped by for a second or two, and I was chilling. I found a little spot in the grass. I put a soft spot in the grass on the lawn. And my drink. I had my own hair wrap on with the Badu.
With the Badu.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely had like 5 candles lit.
Oh yeah.
At one point, I had started with an incense, and I lit the 5 candles because I was like, by the time the candles get going, the incense should be dying down.
Mm-hmm. All right, with the ambiance.
Had the patio open, had the lights out. Man,
I gotta get me some more candles. Shit.
It was great. It was a great night for me. I enjoyed that so thoroughly. It was great.
I'm sad I missed On and On though.
Yeah, she came off the gate knocking. After what's it called? You Got Me when they both played that. That was tight. Y'all gonna come to the Nelly Luda battle this Saturday?
Hell yeah! Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there because I'll be interested. You know, hey, dude, who you got? Well, he gone. I'm about to say,
you know who he got? You know he hate Ludacris. He hate Ludacris.
But it's one like I've actually been interested. I'm like, yeah, I might roll through that one. Like that's the first one that I've been like, oh man, I might, you know.
It's gonna be a bunch of 30-year-olds in there.
Hell yeah. And with Air Force Ones on this shit.
And a
Band-Aids.
Vocal tank tops. If you ever own a Vocal tank top, you a wild boy.
That's like the slightly less problematic cousin of the G-Unit tank top.
So them G-Unit tank tops.
Hey, them motherfuckers be selling everywhere, bro.
Oh, what, dog? Hey, you was looking like you was fresh out the pen, bro. Fresh out of prison with that on, bro.
So before we start the show, I want to know, since this is a rap thing, they probably gonna be battling. Y'all got Luda or y'all got Nelly this weekend? Who y'all got?
I think we're all winners here.
Yeah, I'll go with that too. But
let me ask you this: who do you think got the stronger catalog? I put it like that. Who are you like low key going for? Like, okay, like I can't wait.
I honestly feel it's closer than niggas think.
I feel like Ludacris has more features, so like
he has a lot of features.
Yeah, Ludacris got hella features. So with just that alone, I feel like Luda go, you know, he go have a head.
Like he could grab Chopped and Screwed with T-Pain.
Yeah, Welcome to Atlanta. That's probably.
No, I'm just saying like that's one of the. I mean, he could. I mean, that's up there for him. That's up there for him. I'm gonna go with Luda.
I mean, it's only 20 songs. I think Nelly got 20. I think Nelly can do 20 between him and the St. Lunatics and actually.
I just want to hear Drop Down, Get Your Eagle On.
I feel like neither.
I hated that song. So I
hated that album.
I still do not like that.
I hated both those albums actually. I had Sweats and Suit.
Sweat was better than or Suit was better than Sweat to me, but
like neither one of them can play a song after like 2007.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like it's like
hey, Nelly go kill him with that Tim McGraw song.
Right, it's only just a dream.
Over and over again.
Over and over again.
The one with Tim McGraw.
That was fire.
Yeah, that song was.
Wait, he got both of those then.
That song's cool.
I don't even know what the other song was that you just sung, but
she gonna play "Stepped on My J's." They got some really bad songs, man. They got some hits.
Hey, it's gonna be women really in there with apple bottom jeans on.
Can anybody that bought apple bottoms still fit apple bottoms?
Man,
probably some can.
I mean, yeah, some of them may have picked up some junk.
Some might be able to fit them now and couldn't back then. That's the real
junk. Put it in the trunk. You know what I'm saying?
just to be equal opportunity, like all them people that had oversized jerseys back in the day, they can probably fit them now properly.
Yeah. I can't fit my 07 senior hoodie though.
You used to wear that
motherfucker still too damn big. It's still too big. I wore it this weekend. I'm like, damn.
Niggas is wearing Jordan jeans out here, bro.
Oh,
y'all
remember them jeans that had like all the NBA logos on them?
Of course, they had the hat. I actually had the hat. I had the hat. It was all white logo on white.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the good old days. Anyways, let's start the show. Welcome to episode 149 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
It's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Catching, aka Mr. Give It To Me. Oh, that was a good one. I think I heard it reverberating too. Yeah, I heard it echoing somebody's shit.
I'm the RJ.
Only known as
The RJ.
I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman,
The gentleman.
the everyday gentleman,
24/7.
but better known as K Diddy.
Take that.
Jabari.
Why don't you go ahead and mosey on over to this here website, right? It's called www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker. You can also find us on Facebook and Technical File Podcast, which is... Oh, shit. I tried to. Couldn't do it. Go ahead and rewind that. Hey, appreciate you. All right. www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker. You can also find us on the Facebook Technical File Podcast, which is our Facebook page. Oof. And Technical File Pod Overtime, which is our Facebook group where you can join in with the listeners, fans, and fam. You can also find us on Instagram and the Twitter at Technical File. Jesus Christ. It was rough today.
Yeah.
That was rough.
It's a struggle buggle there.
Mm-hmm. Never would have made it.
Like I say every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Technical File fam, share with everybody you know, man. Your mama, your daddy, your granny, your uncle, your granddaddy, your mama, your papa, everybody. Mama Dia, everybody.
Who? You just say Mama Deer or Madea?
Mama Deer, nigga.
I ain't hear that deer at all. Like you, I ain't hear that.
Hey, put your glass back on so you hear.
How I'm doing?
That's what I'm doing. You agree with them? Because your glasses make you hear. Y'all some niggas, man.
Yeah, show it to everybody though, goddamn.
Take File Challenge. You ain't got one. I got one.
Go ahead.
I knew you were going to do that. Post a picture of you from like 04, like back in Nelly and Lucas' heyday.
Oh shit! 04.
Oh, show us your most quintessential 2004 outfit.
So if you're not familiar with the Tech File Challenge or whatever, we ask y'all to screenshot when you listen. So like right now, take a screenshot of the show, and now also find a picture of yourself from like the 04 era. Like a fit that would fit the Nelly Luda battle this weekend. And post it on social media and tag us. Let people know. Like, we want to see the fits. We want to see the fits. And, you know, let people know you listening. So that's the Tech File Challenge. Screenshot and upload.
It's going to be some booger wolves.
Do it now.
I know. I look like shit.
Still do.
I gotta find a picture of myself. No, I don't think I want to post a picture of myself from that time period.
I'll give you that right now because of this damn pandemic. I'll give you that. Like one of the goddamn wild things.
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm gonna be. I guess we gotta post pictures of ourselves from that time period too. If we asking them to do that.
I would say like 2000 to 2005, somewhere in there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. For sure.
I'm gonna ask my mom to send me some pictures.
But wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
yep,
SoundCloud.
I was gonna think of a sound effect. Go ahead, keep going, brother.
Stitcher, Spotify.
Spotify. Okay. Who in there?
Wooska. Himalaya.
Like a player.
And wherever you're listening to this podcast right now.
Oh, you did it out of order, man. It was weird.
What about?
Yeah, you forgot the iHeart. Then you put Wooshka before the Himalaya. I was all thrown off. I didn't even have the Wooshka didn't even come from my spirit this week, man.
You had a player all messed up.
The Wooshka didn't come from my spirit.
See, the problem is I wrote it out this week and I forgot iHeartRadio and I put it in the wrong order. So, you know what?
Can rewind that, please?
Wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Yep.
SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher.
Stitch it up.
Stitch it up. Did you make a
iHeartRadio? Himalaya.
Like a player.
Wooska.
Yeah.
And wherever you're listening to this podcast right now. While there, make sure you like, subscribe, rate, 5 stars or better, and review. It helps us and we appreciate it.
For sure. And thank y'all to everybody who did the Tech File Challenge last week. We just told y'all to put somebody else on. In Milwaukee, we issued y'all a personal challenge because over the last 2 weeks, y'all was coming in at number 2 for our top listening cities. And that's unacceptable. Like, we from here. We need y'all number 1 with a bullet every week. The city need to be buzzing about us first. And this week, number 1 listening cities of the week, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome back to the top. Keep it there. Keep it there. Keep it growing. Keep it there.
Keep it there.
Number 2, Clifton, New Jersey.
All right, Clifton, what up?
Number 3, Everett, Washington.
All right.
Washington, I'll see y'all.
Coast to coast, baby.
Out here.
Number 4, we got Houston, Texas.
H-Town always showing love.
Yeah.
Shit, we got folk. Okay. We bouncing all around.
Number 5, we got Monroe, Washington.
Okay, Washington showing up. I see
2
y'all.
times in the top 5. Number 6, we got Fresno, Texas.
Texas love.
Number 7, we got St. Paul, Minneapolis.
Or
Minnesota. I always do that because they always go together in my head. We got St. Paul, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Minneapolis ain't here this week.
Oh. What's up, Minnesota, though?
So they don't get a song because they from St. Paul?
Man, it ain't the same without Minneapolis. But we appreciate y'all, St. Paul.
Number 8 was Elgin, Illinois.
Okay, Illinois.
Number 9 was Chicago, Illinois.
Chi-Town.
And number 10, we had Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL, what up?
ATL.
International listeners included Ireland and Spain. So shout out to the international listeners. We appreciate y'all. Spain be tuning in like every week. So I don't know who we got out there in Spain, but we appreciate y'all. Also, we are celebrating our 3-year anniversary next week. For episode 150, we are going to be celebrating 3 years in the podcast game. We are going to be live streaming episode 50 on Facebook in real time so y'all can be part of the show with us. We will be promoting that. And also, speaking of promotions, we got t-shirts because we got to celebrate the event, you know what I'm saying? Eric, can you tell the people more about where to find the t-shirts?
No, I'm chewing.
My bad. I wasn't even looking. I was like, oh.
I'm like shaking my head vigorously, like, no, don't stop me.
I was looking at this bottle of water, to be honest with you, trying to figure out if I could open it with one hand. So I wasn't even looking at you.
One bottle.
Why couldn't you use 2 hands?
Because I'm holding the phone with the other one.
Why couldn't you? Never mind.
What?
I know. I already know.
You could have just put the phone down and opened a damn bottle of water. That's what I was like. Okay.
Anyway.
Tim know all the little hacks to free his hands up.
The both of them.
The both of them. Just nasty.
But for right now, the link is in our IG bio. We're posting regularly. So just keep an eye out for our social medias.
For sure. And with that being said, let's get into the topics of the week.
In a world
where we're quarantined,
sports are done, but Tech Files still need shit to talk about.
So now we're choosing random movies to watch.
Talk shit about.
Tech Files.
Tech Files Cinema.
All right, so
we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, let's go.
Take a couple weeks, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We'll go get that.
It's new. You know, we're doing new things out here. This week though, our movie of the week was Talladega Nights. So we brought back 4 previous losers and said, let's get a vote on previous losers. You know, there's some great movies that just didn't make the cut.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Talladega Nights. Can I believe that was your suggestion?
Yes,
I said Friday Night Lights. Tim went with Moneyball, and Eric went with Love and Basketball. So, in case you're not familiar with Talladega Nights, it came out in 2006. This is prime Nelly Ludacris time. And IMDb describes the movie as such. Number 1 NASCAR driver Ricky Bobby stays atop the heap thanks to a pact with his best friend and teammate Cal Naughton Jr. But when a French Formula One driver makes his way up the ladder, Ricky Bobby's talent and devotion are put to the test. That is the most polite way to frame this movie I have. Like I didn't know what they were going to say. I was like, how do you explain this movie? But y'all did a good job, IMDb. That's great. It's a great summary. Now, have y'all seen
when the hell
this
did you
movie
make
before?
a pact with Cal?
That they're gonna be best friends forever.
Bro, this damn movie, bro.
Wait, y'all have all of y'all seen this before?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have not. This is my first time seeing it.
Wow.
No
Interesting.
Well, so you described it then. What you think this? Go ahead.
We just told what it was about.
IMDb. Ken, how you feel about it?
Well, shit. It was What, you want me to talk what the movie's about, or how?
You're supposed to describe it. How, like, what's it about?
So Will Ferrell, he this race car driver. His daddy left him, but his daddy was a semi-pro race driver. But his daddy was he just popped up. His daddy popped up randomly during the career day. But
how do you know
for
it was
10
career
years.
day?
Exactly.
When he was gone for 10 years. Look, the movie ain't supposed to make sense, but that's like the first thing I thought of. Like, how do you know?
Of all the time to show up, you showed up for career day 10 years.
For career day, bro.
And you ain't got no career.
Right.
Then you get hauled away by the cops and shit.
He came here raising hell with them kids.
He did.
But
them kids was going though.
His best friend, they shake and bake. And he a racer too. But low key, Ricky Bobby was cold, but he needed help to be.
Bro, they cheated
a lot of times. So niggas is cheating.
They cheated every race, bro. How the fuck y'all slingshot?
Hey, that slingshot was cold though,
bro.
It was cold.
Use the slipstream and then let him. And yeah, bro. I was like, when I first seen it, I was like, so you gonna let my man do this every race?
And it was funny when Cal would bring up like, hey, maybe this week I could
win. Know.
And he's like, no, that's a terrible idea.
Like, why the hell would I do that? If you gonna win, how am I gonna win? I'm like, come on, bro.
Oh, that movie made me laugh out loud a couple times. I haven't seen it
was
in a while. It was very ignorant.
It was very ignorant.
And I forgot like how movies of this time. It was just a lot of these types of movies that came out around this time.
Yeah, it really was.
It probably wouldn't.
They would not work now.
If it was released now, no, they'd have got him out the paint.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kids made me laugh when I first saw them. They was
going in on the granddad though.
They
was going in on dudes.
Shut your fucking face, you don't fight. Oh my god, damn, dog.
Dude was like, I'm 10 years old, but I was like, damn.
You gonna let him talk to me like that? Hell yeah, I'm gonna let him talk to you like that. I'm like, damn, dog.
I was like, oh.
It was terrible.
But yeah, man, it was a typical Will Ferrell movie. I'll say that.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So if you know Will Ferrell, basically know the type of humor that's in this movie.
I did tell Camille earlier that he's an acquired taste.
He is. He hit or miss too, though.
Yeah.
He definitely hit or miss.
And I said like there were some things that made me laugh out loud, but there were other things that made me like cringe. And I was
like, this is not even funny. Like I was like, we can write better shit than this.
Honestly, a lot of it seemed like they just kind of like they had an idea of what the plot was, and they kind of just improvised. And I literally was thinking like,
yeah, they definitely improvised almost all this shit.
No, that's how they make their movies. Like they kind of have like rough outlines of like what the plot is, and they just kind of riff.
They got WWE writers. here's the sticking points. Just make sure you hit these plot points. Pretty much. Like damn.
I mean, when you got that many comedians, I'll probably do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
but what you expect from Will Ferrell though?
You said
that's how they made Step Brothers too. Like
I hated that.
So much random. What
you hated? Dude, Step Brothers is
that was a miss for me.
No, that's probably the best. Step Brothers.
That
was the best Will Ferrell movie. Step Brothers is hilarious.
Did not like it.
I have to think about Will Ferrell's movies in order to see what the best one is to me.
Anchorman tops it for me.
Yeah,
I think Step Brothers is funnier than Anchorman.
Step Brothers is funnier.
Step Brothers is bottom
like joke for joke.
Yeah, Step Brothers. Yeah.
You put your nuts on my drum.
He literally took his nuts out and put them on his drum.
Hey, bro, y'all reckless. What the fuck? No.
That's hilarious. Both of hoes alone. That alone is just pure comedy.
Oh man, how many?
But I feel like this movie was kind of hard to because it's really just the jokes. Like the sports are very unimportant to
the enjoyment. Yeah, it's just jokes upon jokes.
It was some funny jokes though.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
When he thought he was on fire, but he wasn't on fire.
That shit was ridiculous, bro. I'm like, come on, man. This shit is not a hand. Yeah, Michael Clark Duncan was in this movie though.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Apparently, they were looking at they had so many different black actors they were thinking of in that role before they got to Michael. It was crazy. Like, their list was extensive. Like, they wanted, like, Denzel. Then they was looking at Chris Rock. Then they
I mean, they give him the budget for it.
I'm going to read the list. Samuel L. Jackson. Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx.
Motherfucker.
Shaquille O'Neal. Will Smith. Damn. Denzel Washington. Cuba Gooding Jr. Kadeem Harrison. Tracy Morgan. Eddie Murphy. Tommy Davidson. Chris Rock.
They
Terry Crews,
every black person.
Chris Tucker and Taye Diggs were considered for the role.
Literally wanted every black person.
Well, I mean, NASCAR probably chipped in a little bit. Black person.
Because
that budget is crazy. That's a crazy ass budget to be able to just. I want all of these.
I mean, if you think about it, like all the sponsors that they had in the movie, like had to be real sponsors because they gave them
the actual names. Yeah,
they said that the major race car ones, so like Perrier, Wonder Bread, they weren't like official sponsors, or they didn't ask for the product placement. Like Will Ferrell and them kind of did it, and then they cut a deal on the back end with a couple. But Perrier had no involvement. Like they were just kind of like, thank you. Applebee's got some love.
Yeah, it was a lot of. I was like, damn, y'all got brand everywhere, branded like a motherfucker.
Dear sweet baby Jesus.
He was a man. He had a beard.
I like to think that he had a tuxedo T-shirt on.
In the blooper, they be just going, my Jesus God. I was like, Lord. But I couldn't help but laugh at the same time. But let me ask you, what's y'all rating of the movie?
I'm gonna be mad. I'm saying 2.
I'm saying 2.5.
Yeah, I'm a 2.
I give it 3.
3.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's going average about a 3.
$21 million. Woo! Woo! Ow!
Oh man, you got 21 mil. How the hell you ain't got no money because you let your best friend take your chicken 3 hours?
Dog,
that shit was wild.
Family pictures, fam. And everybody acted like it was just normal. Like the kids were in on and like, cool.
It was wild, bro. But yeah,
kids got kicked out. Yeah, it was entertaining. Like I said, some things didn't age well. Some things were kind of cringy, but like how much they were like poo-pooing on him for being gay, like that was kind of like, okay, I guess.
It actually wasn't as bad as I would have expected a 2006 movie to be about, like, given that being gay was the joke, but it wasn't like mean-spirited.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, oh, it's funny to have a gay dude in NASCAR because, you know, like that was the joke, not him being gay, I guess.
Some of us felt like it was part of him being gay, like the analogy when he came back, we're just like staring, or like saying stuff like you're in pole position, like didn't mean that, like
right, had the double entendres on the shit.
Well, okay, like it wasn't like malicious though, like it was like the joke was him being gay, but it wasn't like gay people are like, you know.
And I think that you could clearly see that that's where they're coming back to, having a full circle with Will Ferrell kissing them at the end. Like I think they wanted to show like we don't have any problem, but like leading up to it, I was just like, oh, that was weird. Like some things I was like, that was weird.
Like whereas like in The Hangover, like they said the F word, and I'm like, yeah, like
gut punch.
Like that hit a little different now.
It do though. That do pierce you. You be like, oh,
I haven't heard that word in a while.
Exactly. Jesus,
it's not part of my vocabulary. That's like, no, I'm not gonna get us off topic.
I found him.
What you find, fam?
I found it on iPad. Aha, I got our show pulled up. It's my first time double screening.
All right. Welcome. Next week, what are y'all picks? What y'all want people to vote on?
I got Great White Hype.
Okay.
Oh shit. Give me Coach Carter.
Damn. This nigga took my shit.
There's who got a rapper or something? What's poppin'?
Oh, my bad. That's a little man.
All right, Kate, baby. I can't be mad at that little face. Look at him. Just mind his business, popping.
Hey, you know mine.
Right. Click clacking away. I think I'm gonna go with The Longest Yard this week.
That might win.
Speaking of things that might not age as well, but
wait, which one? The old one or the new one?
The newer one with Adam Sandler.
I think I'm gonna do Varsity Blue.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't mind watching any of these movies, so can't lose.
All right, so make sure y'all vote. We need y'all to tell us what to watch, what we're gonna be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some news about some of these major leagues looking to come on back. So we're gonna talk about the NBA, what they've been doing, MLB, what they've been doing, talk about the Premier League, some stuff they doing. All right. So NBA first. The Players Association has actually started polling its membership about how their individuals stand on a return to play this season. Now, Adam Silver did say that no decision needs to be made this month, and that, that site that we was talking about, the bubble ideas, he said that's actually among the most likely scenarios, possibly in Orlando or Vegas, as we talked about on the show before.
Right.
In the audio call that ESPN was able to listen to. So it seems like they're trying to get their feelers out, get some things going. I've seen some players tweeting about it already, saying like, y'all should be voting yes. And I'm like, oh, public campaigning.
Did they have a secret players group of like LeBron and them that they said came out earlier? It was like LeBron, Kawhi, Steph. They had like a players coalition group or some shit like that.
I ain't hear nothing about that.
I don't know about that, but I do know that I just saw a tweet saying that superstars, so I don't know who's all included in that, but like superstars are pushing for a return to play if it's safe for them to do
it. Yeah. So Tim, sound like your source had the details of who was in on the Superstar Coalition.
Mine says NBA superstars pushing to resume season. Haynes sources: LeBron, Steph, Giannis, Kawhi among all stars who formed united front to restart season during private call on Monday via Yahoo Sports.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Yahoo dropping names.
Let's see.
Did it?
Let's see.
Okay.
One of the players that I saw publicly campaigning was Jared Dudley.
Mm-hmm.
and he was pointing out that it's in the best interest of the players specifically to resume the season because, like, if they don't, then they lose a lot of money and the CBA gets ripped up. So they have a pretty sweet deal now, all things considered, and you don't want to lose that because they'll be negotiating from a position of weakness. So whatever you can salvage of the season, like, you should. So that means even if your team is like has no chance of making the playoffs, you should still want to finish out the season.
I hear.
I wouldn't mind the bubble team. I mean, not the bubble team. The bubble site thing, though. Like you said, it's most likely that's what it's sounding right now. And if the players really want to get back out there like that, and they cool with that, I don't see why not for them.
I mean, the way I'm starting to feel about this virus is that, I've accepted the fact that this is about to be a thing for a long time. Like, this is about to change, like, life as we know. Like, I'm finally here, like, okay, life has changed. Like, things will never, like, it's going to be pre and post.
It's nap time.
Yeah, so it was like, okay, understanding that, what is the safest way that we can return to some form of normality? Like, what can we do? If everybody who is involved in the bubble, so that's not just the players and the medical staff, but like I said before, the people who would have to work and live there as well.
So whatever.
Everybody, like, I need everybody to be safe. I do think that is the safest way to resume play.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they should, but it's the safest way to do it.
Like, if you're going to do it, like, this is a safer way.
Yep.
You cut down on travel. Like, everybody only has to travel one time, and they're there until it's time to leave. So you decrease the amount of travel significantly. You can kind of centralize all your resources.
Yeah, that's saving a lot of money.
Yeah.
You can still have it where multiple games are being played at once, so you don't have to worry about, like, limited court time. And because there's no travel, you can do back-to-backs or
players have more energy.
So I mean, just from a pure logistics standpoint, like, it makes it's the safest possible way for them to resume
as a temporary fix.
Yeah, and it's not like there's really no reason to travel to these different cities if there are no fans going to be there anyway.
Yeah,
correct.
Exactly.
Facts.
So they can just go ahead and try to restructure these because their TV deals is probably going to go through the roof if they got to go through it like that. So they actually probably be in a position to maybe restructure. Because this temporary boost to the TV ratings through their TV contracts or the networks.
I get what you're saying, but I think because they just signed their TV deal, like, and the fact that they've missed I don't know how many months already, and
March 11th was the last time.
They wouldn't necessarily owe them.
Yeah,
it's really been 2 months, y'all.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But yeah, so I think that they're just trying to salvage whatever they can, and I don't think that they're going to make. I would doubt that they try to strong arm the networks into giving them more money.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see where that goes. We should be hearing some more news over the coming weeks and whatnot. Major League Baseball, the owners approved a proposal that Commissioner Rob Manfred plans to present to players today. So as you're listening to this, it's already been presented. And it was on a return to play scenario that aims to have baseball back in home stadiums by early July.
Yeah, dog.
Oh shit! It's a lady outside. Hold on, I'm muted.
Hey, he talked about my birds last week, nigga.
He didn't yell at the dog. He was looking like Reggie Coos when he was walking back and forth.
All right, there we go.
Birds and dogs.
My bad. But
so with the MLB thing, money is what is coming down to with them for the most part. The owners, because they're scared of all of the financial losses they've taken with the fan-free stadiums, they actually want to do a 50-50 revenue split with the players. Reminder, MLB has no salary cap. They don't do revenue this way. So it's most likely that the Players Association will be like, nigga, nah, and hang up the phone about that part of the deal. Like, that's going to have to be taken out. Some other things that the plan does talk about, though, outside of the money, so they'll figure that out. But let's talk about the baseball aspects of it. So, one thing, they wanted to expand the playoff teams from 10 to 14.
Okay.
Okay?
So that gives them more playoff games?
Exactly. And with more playoff games, there's more revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And are these like full-time? Well, no, probably not. Is this just like for this upcoming season?
Yeah, for this season.
Because of this event.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
they want to... I think they want to get everything started 4th of July weekend, which I was like, on the nose baseball, but...
Right, like, we might want to start 4th of July weekend. Might? Okay. No, you're probably going to start something.
And honestly, if baseball came back 4th of July weekend, it'd be the most cracking 4th of July weekend in a while because we all have been just starving for something.
And America's favorite sport. America's favorite pastime.
Quote unquote. It would drop down to an 82-game season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. Makes sense.
Yeah.
They would use home stadiums in areas that have local and state government approval. So if the ballpark ain't available because of the local laws or whatever, Manfred told owners that he would be prepared to move that team to another city to play home games.
Yeah.
You get ruthless, bro.
Exactly.
Oh, y'all not good? All right, we'll go over here then. Y'all play over there. Like, so you still gonna make people travel.
I'm guessing that that'll be their new home, though.
I'm just saying, like, he's still making teams travel, though.
Oh, yeah. They were actually talking about the fact that... Oh, we'll get there. They're going to have a spring training 2.0. They'll start in June, since the season will start 4th of July. Everybody would have a DH, so there'd be a designated hitter in both AL and NL. And I was wondering what y'all thought about that, because the NL is traditionally not with the...
Right, the pitchers usually get the hit.
Yeah.
Pitchers got to hit.
What's the point of that? Like, how does that help anything?
For pitchers are typically the best hitters. So, with a universal DH or in the NL,
It is safe pitcher.
Right, it gives you an extra hitter, like a good hitter to add to your lineup.
I mean, I get how the DH works. I'm saying, like, why is that?
Why is this proposal in here?
Part of, like, the coronavirus response?
I don't know, maybe it's to help the pitchers for their, preserve the pitchers or something. I don't know. A lot of political shit just get thrown in.
They honestly, because they're going to probably have fewer game sites, they're probably be playing more games, and they probably want the game to go as quick as possible. If you get more hitters, you can theoretically get the game over with quick. Well,
no, pitchers, you get more outs.
Exactly. Pitchers give it up. Sometimes you'll be there all day.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Maybe they want to just increase the runs as opposed to the outs.
I mean, offense sells games.
Yeah.
This is all they got. They got to come out with the heavy hitters. They would have geographical... Chill out, Windows. I'm not trying to update you right now, fam. Did nobody ask you to come on my space when I'm trying to read from my show? They're going to have geographical schedules, so that means teams will only play in-division opponents and interleague opponents in a similar area. So, like, for example, American League Central teams would play AL Central and NL Central teams.
Okay. Makes sense, because they're all in the same area.
Yeah.
So, because if it's so heavy with the intra-divisional schedules, it would limit travel because you can travel to bus to nearby cities, but like you still traveling,
right?
But basically,
but by bus is better than by plane. Currently.
Is it?
No, I'd rather be on the plane than the bus. Hell, man, being on the bus for like 6 hours.
The planes is packed again. What you talking about?
They got private planes and stuff, fam. I don't know. But hey, they gonna be on buses like it's 1960.
Kalaka. All on the bus.
And it'd be a 30-man roster with a taxi squad that would have upward of 50 players available. What you clicking on, fam?
You should be clicking mute, my nigga.
Hey, you lucky my son right here, nigga. I have words for you.
Oh, we got Daddy Ken on this episode.
Right, I have words for you.
I am upset with what you are saying right now.
The gentleman.
Right. Please don't make me go outside to my vehicle.
I beg you, sir.
I beg you.
I'm telling you, it would not be a pretty sight. But yeah, that's what they think of baseball. Premier League Tell them what they own.
All right, so the Premier League said they won't be voiding like the club titles, and relegation won't be canceled. And the league is going to ask the government to allow some games at home. So pretty much,
what that mean?
So pretty much, they're going to take the bottom 6 teams, and they're either going to allow them to play against each other to decide who's going to get relegated or promoted at a neutral home site. Mm-hmm. Or if the teams don't feel comfortable enough, or the players don't want to do it, then they're going to use a mathematical based formula and they're going to add on like win percentage across the schedule and a bunch of formulas and shit like that to calculate who would get promoted or relegated based on the rest of your schedule. So of course the players are probably like, no, fuck that, let me go ahead and play that shit out.
Right, because I don't want math to determine if where we playing at.
Right, so but it has to be like a universal decision type shit, and they got to send it over to the government to see if they're going to allow them to actually play these games. If the government allows them to, then that's the next step in this process. But they're not going to forfeit no titles. They're not going to just cut cats out and like, oh no, the season didn't end, so yeah, I know you were in. So they're going to pretty much, I guess it sounds like it's going to be whoever's in first is going to get the title, which is I think Liverpool, and the bottom 6 figure it out from there. I'm like, that's so. My thing from there was, I wonder how, if say the NBA can't resume, will they do the same thing?
Probably not. They probably just had to see no champion season. I can't see the NBA doing that to one of these cities because
I didn't actually watch the show, but I saw that the Dump was discussing like whether or not, any team, whatever team wins like the title, if they come back for the bubble, like should they have an asterisk?
But don't teams that have like the lockout season teams have asterisks?
No, asterisk is the only thing in baseball, and I think that's only for the home run. So
then no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If people
I mean, I guess like
then,
right. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like I can understand why you would say that. Like the flow was changed. People healed back from injuries who might not have been playing at certain points, so the schedule might have shook out different. I hear you. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Our MVP said he didn't have a hoop at his house, and I was just like, he's wow. Like,
I was dumbfounded on that one.
I said, boy, if Nike didn't send him a hoop the next day, I don't know what they doing.
Or build him one.
Right, you better send out some Bob the Builders to Giannis' house. I know you got that.
Bob the Builders.
Right, he better been having somebody in the back. What is it, Lemmings? The motherfuckers should have been in the backyard building some shit.
Drop off some more Greek freaks and some hoops, please, for my boy. He's at the crib.
I think Milton said he wasn't able to work out either.
Yeah, he ain't got a hoop either.
I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing?
Get on it. No. But
Oh, and Pat Connaughton, bro, you need to chill, bro. You've been doing a lot of two-way sport, retiring and playing another sport, tweeting.
I mean, there's no sport for him to play at this point.
No, it's because there's been a lot of conversation about like the MJ two-way sport player thing, and he been tweeting a lot about him and liking comments and replying to cats a lot about this. And I'm like, hey, bro,
he just probably respects that. Respect. Yeah, he respects people respect what he can do.
Right.
He got that. He got that chip on his shoulder.
Baseball.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Very high rating pitcher.
Yeah, he was very, very good at baseball, apparently.
So just before we move on from this, like Camille, I thought you brought up an interesting point about like what the new normal is going to be. Like once they let us outside, essentially. And one thing that Shams Charania from Yahoo Sports said, The Athletic, said is that
that's how you say his name? I never knew. I just be like Sham.
Yeah. Shams Charania. He said that Adam Silver is basically telling the players, like, if we're going to come back, like, without a vaccine, like, you're just going to kind of have to live with a certain level of risk. And I think that that's an important part for everybody to kind of wrap their heads around at this point, is that, like, one, there won't be a vaccine probably for, like, up to another year or two.
And that's quick.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that means that, like, once we are let outside, like, you kind of have to just take that into consideration that, like, we're just all living with the risk of contracting it. And the point of flattening the curve was to make sure that we're not overloading emergency rooms. Like, it wasn't to, like, keep everybody from getting it while it passes. Like, so, like it's still gonna be lingering. So, like, stay vigilant, essentially.
Can't fam. Every week we've been doing this for like 2 months now, fam.
So there was a tweet that just came through from Shams. It says the NBA PA has sent a memo to agents stating since its players and NBA both want to finish the 2019-20 season and inform reps of the players listed below serving on new committee working with the league on potential plans. So who are these players listed below? The players listed below are Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Jason Tatum, Kyle Lowry, and Dwight Powell.
Okay. It's like we don't get some NBA basketball this year, y'all.
Yeah, they said they want. They're like, nah, bro. We all been working hard this summer. Everybody took off. Everybody like, nah, I ain't playing nothing else to work for this season. So I guess everybody like, no, fuck that. We gonna finish this season
again because they want that money.
I would say, and the money. I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. That's some good news. Well, on that high note, let's go to the radio.
No, I'm good, boss.
I see what you did there.
No, I'm good, boss.
You know what I'm saying? All right, Ken, if someone is new here, could you please explain to them what the radio segment is?
Yeah, so the radio segment is we have a radio station. Tim is our DJ. Give it to me. We play a song that is sport adjacent, written, composed, by a member that's in the sports realm. So this is our back room. The production meeting.
Backstage production meeting.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said back room like we in a shanty, fam.
Why y'all be in shanty?
It's the first word that popped in my head. I don't know why.
You just had that just chilling right there, huh?
It was just
shanty, huh?
Shanty,
you just
man.
say that on a regular. It's just right there to the front.
I don't know where it came from. I have not said that word in a long time. Anyways. So, as Ken was saying, we're in our backstage production meeting, and right now we're going to talk about what song we're going to air, how we're going to go live on air, and all that good stuff. So we bringing y'all backstage. The song this week is the LA Lakers Rap All-Stars, Just Say No. That's the name of the song is Just Say No.
Can we say no to this?
I'm good, boss. I'm good.
No.
I realized that, like, back in the 80s, like, everybody thought they could rap. Like,
yeah.
Like, that, it was just a thing. Like, there's no art to it. It was just, oh, yeah, you can say some words to a beat. And you're a rapper.
And now you got a rap song. So, like, this video includes, like, everybody. Like everybody. Even Pat Riley got some bars off at one point. Yeah, wow. Michael Cooper, AC Green, Kareem on here, James Worthy, Magic, like the Lakers.
Oh, the Showtime Lakers.
Wes Matthews Sr.
The Lakers are on the track, and most of them introduce themselves with their name, so you'll know who's rapping because it's
every Jake, and I'm here to say.
Hey, somebody gonna start beatboxing this shit,
right? Tim,
right?
No, Tim be the one that's doing the beat on the table and shit.
Right, so he can rap at the same time. He got to multitask. Anyways, Tim, do you want to go live on the air talking? And then cue the song in.
Let the beat start, and then I'll talk over the beat.
Okay, so Ken, you counting down the start of the song, you talking everything. Get us live on air, please. Count us down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
WTECK Radio 69.9 FM, where 69 is fine.
WTECK Radio 69.9, 69 is fine. DJ such and such, Mr. Give It To Me. We got the Laker All-Stars, the Rap All-Stars. Just say no.
I'm Kareem, the captain of the team. I don't need drugs, I got a higher thing.
My sky hook makes a team look good, but there's a hook we gotta shake from the neighborhood. My name is Weston, on the court I'm rough. Out here on the street, we all gotta get tough. Say no to drugs, call the drug man's bluff.
Call me Smith, give my team my best. When you really care, you can do no less. But the game is much more serious. Cause drugs make losers of all of us. My name is Michael, but they call me Cool. My main hangout is up around the pool. We play hard, but we still play smart. We never let drugs tear us apart.
I'm AC Green with the word. You can't win the game with your vision blurred. Train your child the way to go, and when the drug man comes,
and the video is worse than the song. Like, the video is wild. They all got shades on. Some of them hats are flat. They got some.
That's the thing, bro.
Still was cold now, but like. Ken, why all your teams make bad songs?
I don't know. This
all your team players think they rappers.
Caden, your daddy teams make bad songs. Hey, your daddy teams make bad songs, buddy.
I'm Kurt. They call me Superman, and I'm known to be out there on the street. We all got to work together.
We're at the top, but with no relation, and we stand together.
Hey,
It's word with the sweet slam dunk. I can make a back without that jump.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They still rapping.
Right.
Embarrassing.
Just say no to drugs. Just say no. Just say no to drugs. Just say no.
Pure garbage.
Just say no. Just say no to drugs.
At least they can actually play.
I'm glad they can play
Thank Lord.
Man, if they was garbage and they put this out, it'd fall back.
You can't make no song like that when you trash, man. Like the Bears only got that off because they won the Super Bowl. That's what they had. They can shuffle.
I'm the magic man with the Midas touch.
Oh, magic.
The right way to keep it moving up. It seems a lot of things for his day, but drugs is fine. I can't afford to pay.
Dude just watching like, what is going on right now? Yeah, that's your team. That's your team. You cheer for them. I'm not gonna lie, the chorus is kind of catchy.
Yeah, by the end, I was kind of like, unironically.
Really do the thing, so I'm here to tell you the best play of all. Say no to drugs because life is ball.
Pat Riley.
You can cut off right after that. That's all you gotta hear. You gotta hear Pat Riley going bop, 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 bop. He had to go beat, man.
You know what's the funniest thing? Is that more likely at least half of that team was on cocaine like regularly?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Dang,
Like
Ken hated that song so much he hung up, man.
Man, I'm bad. I'm sorry. It was too much. It was too much for the band.
It was despicable, bro.
I couldn't handle
my soul.
So remember, next week for the radio. Next week for the radio. Y'all gotta say y'all favorite Tech File song before each of us have to come to the radio next week with our top 4 or our top song that we played.
I can already tell y'all mine gonna be Leo Rush from last week.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. Part of that's because I don't remember half the songs, but
mine came on the other day. I was like, yeah, this was one of my favorites.
What was yours? What's yours?
I got you next week.
You ain't gonna tell people you don't tell me what you got?
Nah.
All right, let's talk about The Last Dance. Episodes 7 and 8 came on this past weekend. We got one more weekend of The Last Dance, and then it's gone. WWE did start The Undertaker's Last Ride this past week.
My free trial ended, so I'm back to that.
My free trial.
So, what was your key takeaways from this weekend's things? I think this weekend's set of episodes might have been my favorite thus far.
I caught episode 8.
You didn't see 7?
I saw like the last 10 minutes of 7.
You missed the whole. Yeah, you missed when he talked about his first retirement, his baseball career. They call him Error Jordan, fam.
Error Jordan.
Yeah, like the retirement. Like the thing that I was thinking about.
Oh, Sports Illustrated.
Yes, the thing that I took away from the retirement is just like trying to imagine what it will be like in the social media age. Like, can you just imagine like a 30-year-old MVP retiring to go play baseball?
No.
Like after 3 straight titles. Like if Steph Curry just like walked away, like, I'm done.
I'm about to go play golf.
Yeah.
He's good at golf, apparently.
Yeah.
That'd have been wild. That'd have been real wild. Like
an underrated part of it is that it was like a couple weeks before training camp started.
Yeah.
Jeez, your entire like ace in the hole is just gone.
Yeah, your best player is like, I'm out of here. And how they found out, like, he's at a baseball game and then leak out that he gonna retire the next day, and then it's just like, oh shoot. He had to dip. He had to go.
I mean, your marketing, like all of that. He gone, bro.
Then too, like when he got to Birmingham, like they were going crazy over him.
So he had cats his first game for laying on the ground, trying to like peek through the fence just to see him.
Yeah,
that's like nuts, yo.
And like I always thought it was crazy that he started out in AA, but it makes sense when they explained it in the doc, which was that lower than AA couldn't accommodate media for as much media as was going to be following that team. So,
but he wasn't even bad. No, he wasn't. He was improving.
Yeah, all things considered, he did pretty well.
Yeah, I've been saying that on this show
if he
for
wasn't
like
Michael
years
Jordan,
now.
Because everybody was expecting him to be Michael Jordan like he is playing basketball. That's the only reason why people say like he was trash, but he was.
He hadn't. I didn't ever think about it until his trainer was on there talking about like retraining his body. I never thought about that, and he was like, "You might be ruining your basketball career in the future because we're training it for a whole different set of emotions right now." And also, how they were kind of pushing his dad's death on him, and the media was like, "What?" Like I probably would retire too, fam.
So they were trying to blame him for his dad's death.
Yeah. So essentially, like because that was still in the middle of all the gambling and him going to Atlantic City during the playoffs and all the different dudes talking about, he owed me money or he owed me money, I should say. But that's the thing. Like it seems like he was good about paying his debts because again, he rich. So it's like I don't see like one thing you can say about Jordan is that he's not a sore loser. So
plus he was taking everybody's money, so gambling in a way, but he was winning.
Like he knew what he knew the risk he was taking when he gambled, and he didn't mind if he didn't get it because he thought he was going to win every time.
Exactly.
So he won more than he lost. No, I was saying I'm sure he won more than he lost. That he kept gambling and shit. So
yeah. Then he came back to the Bulls, and then we got to see some practice footage. And Tim, I'm telling you, the fact that you missed the practice footage, he was on Scott Burrell like heels, family.
Oh, I seen that.
Scotty couldn't do nothing. He would breathe, and Mike's like, "Stop being soft, ho!" And it's like, "Whoa, man, make the free throw, ho!"
Because he said he was trying to get in Scott's head, and he was like, Scott was just a real nice dude, bro. Like he was really trying to be a dick to him, and he couldn't get to him.
Like on one hand, like I kind of understand like where he's coming from, where he's saying like if they can't take it from me, like that means that they probably can't take it when stuff gets tight in the playoffs.
Right.
But also like there's a way to do that without a huge dick. Like
it was
like reckless. It was like his method to achieving that, and it's like it made me think like, is that the only? Because like that's the story you hear about Kobe. Kobe was the same way. And it was making me think, and I was like, are most great, like, I know most great players are psychos because you kind of have to be in order to be great. But then I was like, do they all have to be a-holes too?
No. Because, I mean, like,
things?
people have won before without leading that way. Like, shit, Kobe's own teammate, like, Shaq didn't lead that way. Like, Shaq was a dominant personality, but he didn't rule through fear. Like, he was good cap. He was a good cap.
He had a bad cap.
Yeah, LeBron is like again, like he's a force of personality, but he doesn't do it. But he doesn't rule by
team
fear
dinners and shit.
Yeah, like he tried to bring everybody in. So like there are different ways. I mean, like I guess leadership style is dictated by the person's personality, and like, but that still doesn't necessarily make it right. It's just like that's his way of leadership.
That's the only way he know how. And for him, if it was working, it was working.
He won 6 championships, like with 2 different sets of guys, pretty much. Like the second 3-peats cast was different than the first 3-peats cast, and it's like I got why he got emotional at the end. Like I was like, that's kind of like that's tight. Like it was kind of one of those things where it's like I drove myself crazy
trying to make them better.
Yeah, like it was work. Like
I mean, and it worked though, but he was making them better. He really was.
I thought that's more focusing on the results than the process. Like, just because it works doesn't mean it was the right way to do it.
True.
Yeah, but he can't do nothing about that now.
I get that. I'm just saying, like, people are kind of prescribed, like what you were talking about before, where you're like, oh,
is that the only way?
Yeah. It's like, I think that's the wrong lesson that people are taking away from it. Like,
that's exactly why I wanted to bring that up, and you knocked it right out the park. But can we talk about your boy BJ real quick? You want to talk about your boy BJ?
Man, when that popped up, I was like, dog, this nigga over here probably over there like, yes!
But like, I rewatched it, and like, BJ was saying, like, I knew what I was doing, like, but when else, like, it's not like the Hornets were going to win that series.
Right.
When else am I going to get a chance to celebrate beating Michael Jordan in the playoffs? So, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Like, and
he cooked.
Like, yeah.
He was good.
And he knew exactly what was going to happen to him when he did that. And we were like, you know,
I was really cool.
But I think that also, like, comparing that to the LeBradford Smith, which LeBradford really, but like comparing those two things kind of shows you like whether BJ talks shit after hitting that shot or not. Like Jordan was going to come back and kill him. Like if he had to create a story or just like took the internal motivation of losing, like
anything,
he woke up a giant regardless. Like by hitting the game winner over him. So
shit,
he was sitting there looking like a little psycho after he lost with a bat.
I have never been more terrified of a dude that is not in the same room as me without like flexing physically. Like Mike Tyson is a different type of intimidating, but like just watching him talk shit with a cigar and a bat in his hand, I'm like,
he crazy.
I don't want no parts of that.
That's when I knew like he's actually a psycho.
Yeah.
It's a cold.
Anybody can talk when they up by 6 or 7 points. A mark of a real man is talking shit when it's 0-0.
He had to swing a bat to keep himself calm, like and smoke at the same time,
and lean in his.
He was smoking mad cigars,
man, all the time. That's how he knew he was about to be done with the league. He was like, "Look, fam."
I mean, like the amount of cigars and beer that they had in like '98. I'm like LeBron puts $1 million into his body a year, and Jordan out here drinking Miller Lights and smoking cigars.
That's something I think about randomly. Like if some of the old era players were able to like play now, not just because the era fits them better, but just thinking like technology, how much more they know. Like it was common to drink at halftime, and like they just didn't know stuff. Like they didn't know how to rest their bodies. They didn't know how to train effectively. Some didn't even work out the whole summer and would just come back and be like, "I'm here." Like
some go to Vegas in the middle of the season.
Like you know, like I think though, like I wonder how certain players would have turned out if they would have had just better, if they would have taken better care of their bodies because they knew better. Like they had all the stuff laid out.
Yeah.
Or how long just because you know better doesn't mean you'll do better.
That's true. That's why I had to. That's why I had to raise it that way.
Right. Because you still have people in this generation that like kind of get by on their own skill and don't really maximize. Looking at you, Carmelo Anthony.
Dang.
I'm just saying, like once you know, like people can get by on talent and like you're just naturally better than people. But once some of that starts to slip a little bit, you can be out of there real quick. Like Iverson was like that too. Like as soon as he lost half a step. Like that was a wrap for him because he didn't put in the work to keep it up.
Jordan was putting in work though.
Yeah,
filming Space Jam, working out afterwards, and playing the pickup game. And I was like, "What kind of schedule was this man trying to keep?"
Oh, before we go there, I know there's a lot of Jordan haters that was talking about how he passed that game-winning shot.
He should have taken a shot.
Yeah, he should have took that shot.
Scotty was wide open too, though.
Scotty had no clue that ball was coming.
Scotty wasn't cut to score.
Take the shot.
Yeah,
that's why he had no the ball was coming, because Jordan was supposed to take that shot.
Yeah,
like he normally do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right after you got the ball ripped. Yeah, that was I mean, it happens. No one's perfect.
But can you imagine what Nick Anderson's face looked like when he saw Jordan came back out with 23?
Oh, and then he did hoop that game too.
Probably what the
he ain't ass face, bro.
Hey, that probably struck fear in that motherfucker. He probably shit. Here we go, bro.
I guess I shouldn't have said nothing about that 45.
Cooking his goofy ass.
But yeah, he had Space Jam pickups with a whole bunch of people. Apparently, the director said it wasn't just hoopers. It was actually like celebrities there. Like he said, George Clooney was there a few days hooping with him and whatnot. So the interesting about those runs to me, I was kind of like, I can get young players being like, yeah, I want to play with Jordan, but I also kind of been like paranoid, like which one, why? Because I'm sure all the players already knew about how he was. Like that's not a secret at that point.
Yeah, probably.
And the nigga really did it to scout. Like, yeah, he wanted to hoop, but he wanted to scout. He was like, I ain't been in the league for a couple years.
Let's check out Reggie. Check out a couple of players.
Where y'all at? What can y'all do? Oh, okay.
And it's interesting because, like, they're thinking that they're there to just pick up games with Jordan. And Jordan, like, nah, I'm just here to figure out what the fuck y'all can and can't do.
Which is why Giannis doesn't work out with anybody.
Yeah.
Which is fair. That makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Don't pick up my flaws. Like, you know my strengths and weakness? Nah, I'm good on that.
But I do think it's interesting that the LeBron haters have nothing to say about Jordan working out with other players, but that's mark of LeBron being the Antichrist or whatever.
Yeah. But I don't think, But the thing with that whole thing is, like, I don't think, unless I could be wrong, I don't think Jordan ever said anything negative about players working out with each other.
No. I'm not saying Jordan did. I'm saying, like, the same people that not LeBron for...
overdoing it. I got you. The truth. I got you. Yeah.
Right. Like, it's a mark of, like, the current NBA being soft and new buddy and all that other shit. Like, Jordan was always going out with opponents. Like, he even got mad that one of his opponents didn't talk to him in a
George
restaurant.
Carl. But what I read is because they both went to UNC and apparently the alumni network. Like, they knew each other, and he was like, you can't even say hi to me? But then again, George Karl couldn't have won, because if he would have said hi, Jordan would have been like, I'm about to bust you tomorrow.
Right.
And if he didn't say hi, he's mad because he didn't say anything like, I'm about to bust you tomorrow. So it's like, he's about to be Jordan either way.
But all I thought of was George Karl strikes again, bro. Stand up again, bro.
I don't like saying his name.
Jordan, so y'all
I don't like saying his name.
Right, he came over to Milwaukee, fucked our shit up. Like, come on, bro. Didn't he kind of crash and burn on the way out from Denver too?
Yeah.
Like, George Karl strikes again, bro.
Now, you changed my whole mood. I don't want to talk about it. That was the document. No, but speaking of George Karl, them Sonics. When they showed Michael Jordan the video of Gary Payton talking about some, I had him rattled, you know what I'm saying?
Dog, the laugh initially. I was like, this nigga here with this laugh, dog.
Once again, a psycho. Like, he...
But with that look, though, he was like, what, nigga, what?
And he hands it back like, I had no problem. I had no problem with the glove.
Man, but, like, that does bring up an interesting point, because I feel like, I don't know if it was both episodes or just episode 8, but like I felt like there were way too many excuses in there. Like when they were going up against Orlando, it's like, oh, he was tired from baseball. But like his numbers weren't bad in that series. Like he averaged like 31, 32. So like you can't.
Which is still
he was rusty.
Like, there for a month.
Oh, he was so tired.
So, that's crazy.
Yeah, he was rusty.
Just that his numbers were crazy. Like he's like, oh, I had other stuff on my mind. But if you look at the numbers again, like when Gary Payton switched on to him, his numbers dropped. So.
Yeah, but he can't admit that the glove may have.
Yeah, he would never say that. Like
I know, but I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not taking that. You taking it away from him, like he was trash. Like, I was just busting his ass, and the only
you know Gary Payton get on to talk shit. If there was a live IG live or some shit, Gary would put up the numbers like, "What you talking about, Mike?"
And Mike will look at him the same way he did when he saw that video and laugh and probably be like, "Would I do this game?" Or would I do
Gary
this?
talk shit.
Well, I heard him on All the Smoke. All Gary Payton do is talk, fam. They asked Gary Payton on that, what player would he want to play one-on-one, but with his rules, so like 90 air raid and hand check and whatnot. Like, what NBA player who's playing now would you want to play one-on-one? Gary Payton.
Steph?
No. He said, that boy in Boston. Let me get Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart?
Yeah. He said he liked the way he played. He think that in 90s rules, they would have some fun with each other. Pause.
Mm-hmm. I think Smart would probably excel in the 90s.
Yeah, he definitely would have excelled in the 90s. He also said he would want to play Pat Bev. He would want to play Pat Bev, and then he said his favorite player to watch is John Morant, and I was like, yes, me too. Outside of Giannis.
He want to play Black Air Forces, but he want to watch Ja. I got you.
Hey, y'all be cooking, dog.
I know none of y'all watch it, but Game of Zones had a hilarious joke about.
I do be watching them. I didn't see this recent one.
Well, yeah, on the latest episode, like they had a hilarious joke about Paul Pierce. So,
is it fuck him?
Essentially, yeah.
Oh shit!
I feel like everybody started running with that after we said that. But
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Most overrated legend.
That was like episode 33. Like, that was a long time ago. You said that a long time ago.
For real.
And then last year, it was like, everybody's like, I hate Paul Pierce. And I was like, wait,
The only person that was saying it back then was Draymond.
But yeah, Last Dance was tight. They talked about when Steve Kerr got punched. Mike didn't even have Steve Kerr's number.
He was like, man, I felt bad, man. I had to give him a call.
He was literally doing on the team. Man, my fault. He respected Kerr after that, but
Kerr, I ain't no bitch.
Hey, Steve Kerr ate that motherfucker. He said, I ate that punch.
Hey, he punched first, so, you know. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd have to catch Mike slipping, dog.
How? He's 6'6".
Dirty, yeah?
What you gonna do, Tell?
I just catch him slipping. You niggas slip up every day. Surprise, motherfucker! You surprised me.
Actually, that is a question I had though. Like, so if you Scott Burrell, like, really, what can you even do? Like, you can't like haul off and hit Michael Jordan.
Hell no.
Steve did it. Why can't I?
Steve did shit. Hit him back. What the fuck?
Steve hit him back. He hit him first.
See, you know what the fuck happened?
Hey, listen. I'm sure Jordan was elbowing him in the neck and shit. I seen him coming through on a rip one time. I'm like, damn, why is his elbow out like that, bro?
You know why?
Apparently that was Kobe special. Like Kobe gets
shit. No.
Yeah. Where do you think Kobe got it from, man? He was like,
Like, we can accidentally pull a chair from under him and trip him at the same time.
He was watching that 90s basketball. I was like, I think I can sneak some of this into my game.
He was playing 90s basketball.
Oh, shoot, you're right.
Throw the ball as hard as we can, 5 feet away from each other and shit.
Like, I don't know if it was Roger Bell or Matt Barnes, but somebody that he got into it with was like, that was why they did it. He kept elbowing them like on like rip through moves and shit.
Yeah,
I think it was Roger Bell when he clotheslined him.
Them little bitty moves, bro. Like, cats be really like. I used to hate that shit when motherfuckers used to run by trying to contest a shot and they'd like poke you in the stomach on the way past, or tap you on the stomach and shit. I hated that shit. Like, stop fucking touching me, nigga.
That's why they did it.
I was gonna say, like, that's the entire point.
Once you reacted, they were like, I'm gonna keep doing it.
No, I didn't react to it. I just hated it. It wasn't something I reacted to. It's just something I internally was like, I really hate when niggas do that shit to me, bro.
Oh, I hear you. I feel you. Yeah, it ain't nice when niggas just poke you.
Jesus Christ. Jesus. Hello.
I don't know what you on, bro.
This ain't what I signed up for.
We ain't on. Any other thoughts on The Last Dance before we move forward?
No, we good. We can keep on moving.
Money in the Bank.
Sorry, what you
think?
Okay, I was like, someone gonna say it. It took place this weekend. Listen, all you got to watch is the Money in the Bank match. You don't need to watch nothing else.
Okay, bet.
Just that. It's only like 25 minutes.
Okay,
that's all you got to watch.
Like that. The pay-per-view was an hour and a half, 2 hours.
It was 2.5 hours. And Vince said that he's going to keep pay-per-views shorter until they move back into arenas because that's what he plans to do.
Keep them short, period.
For sure. Right. So I think me and Tim, you're going to want to watch it. I just said ain't nothing worth watching but the Money in the Bank match. So I just wanted to know, Tim, after you were so hyped, I was hyped too. What did you think of the pay-per-view?
The pay-per-view as a whole...
Or I'm sorry, the match.
The match, I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed the match. Like, you can tell where they super cut some of the shit. I'm like, damn, that was some bad editing right there. But what's y'all? But other than that, like, it was cool. I told y'all ass. Vince can't help himself. He's going to throw a nigga off the roof.
We agreed with you on that.
Yeah.
We were talking bad about you.
That motherfucker doubled down and threw two.
No.
That's why I can't wait to watch this shit.
No, but we said when you said she was coming back through the wall, like the Kool-Aid man, that's when we stopped you, fam. Not someone
because we needed like a nemesis, dog. We needed somebody terrorizing cats out the blue out of nowhere, dog. And for AJ Styles, it was the Undertaker.
It was a fun match.
It was fun.
It ended like abruptly to me. Like when they finally got up to the top, like it felt like they kind of rushed through it. But
yeah, I didn't understand what they were doing. I didn't understand the thing between Corbin and Asuka. I didn't understand what that was about. I'm like, why is he, bro? Leave her alone, bro. But other than that, yeah, it was that match. It was cool. It was a couple moments where I was like, oh, okay. And the food fight was funny. The special guest appearances was funny. Like,
yep.
And I think Sam said that it was funny how that turned out. But Sam said that Otis was only in there for the comic relief,
and then he won the whole thing.
I was like, that's why I was like, it's funny that she
someone added us because I laughed last week when I said his name was in the lineup, and it's because I like Otis' character, but I thought he was literally just there for kicks and giggles, like.
So they pushing the shit
Santino.
out of him. What's up with Tucker?
I don't know.
His tag team partner.
Tucker ain't a part of the picture no more, fam.
He just disappeared, bro.
Is he really with what's her name, Mandy?
Not in real life.
Like in real life? No.
Yeah. No, okay, that's just a game. I didn't know if it was real life together.
But yeah, I would say just watch that match. It was enjoyable. And when they get to Vince's office, the reason that they don't actually fight in Vince's office, the mayor told me this. We all knew they were gonna go in Vince's office. Like the reason that they didn't actually get to fight in Vince's office is because he has a T-Rex head. You saw it on the wall. It's like a T-Rex head. Mm-hmm. And it's a real one. And he didn't want to risk anybody messing nothing up. And I was like, how rich do you have to are you when you got a T-Rex head?
You got
a real
T-Rex head.
Like you just went and bought that, huh? Because we could just go out here and buy T-Rex heads.
A whole T-Rex head, a real one.
You can afford a T-Rex head, but you can't get people. What?
He could move that head a long time ago, Paul.
I know.
You can afford a whole T-Rex head, but your employees can't get health insurance.
Right, because they're independent contractors, because you want to play it that way. Anyways, some good news from wrestling, too. Becky Lynch announced on Raw that she's pregnant. So she said she's stepping away for a while. It was a really cute segment. And Asuka broke character, and she was so happy. Like, she was just geeked, and it was beautiful to see. So, Becky Lynch is engaged to Seth Rollins, who's also a WWE performer.
Shooting the club up.
You said what? Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first of what I'm sure will be
Messiah.
While she was the champ, too. That's what I thought was interesting. I was like, why are you the champ? But I guess, time waits for nobody. You want what you want.
Ski.
I mean, we don't know their situation, so I won't speculate on anything like that. Just congrats that they pregnant.
Yeah, congrats, shut the club up. I'll see you.
This is the first of what I'm sure will be many quarantine babies.
Oh man.
They're gonna come out the wood.
Right. There's gonna be so many new Sagittarius around this motherfucker.
If my wife wasn't pregnant, she damn well would have been, goddammit.
All right.
Limbo earlier. Motherfuckers over here doing yoga poses now and shit.
Any blow the whistles this week, y'all? Nah, okay. Take top 5 time then.
5, 4, 3, 2,
1.
Tech Top 5.
Tech Top 5. Last week was favorite NBA players of our lifetime. Eric, I believe you won that poll. Memory serves me, right?
I did.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. It was Ken. You
sure it wasn't Ty?
I'm on real.
Was it? Was it you?
It was I.
Oh, my fault, player. That's congrats, Tim. Congrats.
Oh, damn. I was like, I didn't think I won.
I was like, no, that ain't me. I knew it wasn't me. So I was like, my fault, Tim. Congrats, sir. Congrats on your victory.
You finally got a dub.
I think I got the last 3.
I knew that BJ list wasn't winning for shit.
You have some votes, though. People will vote for it. But this week, we're just going to do our top 5 favorite albums. So. Tim, you want to kick us off?
Sure. Number 5. These are all just my personal favorites.
That's all everybody's list is.
Number 5, I got "In My Own Words" by Neo.
I knew that had to be. I knew it had to be on your list, man. You love you some Neo, fam.
Wait, is that the one with "Say It" or "Mirror"?
Say It.
No, yeah, that album cover.
Yeah,
that album cover.
Oh no, I'm sorry, "Mirror." "Mirror's" on that one.
That's the first one.
Yeah, the first album.
Oh,
God damn it! Because this "Mirror" was or "Say It."
You gotta make sure you got the right album.
All because of you was dope too. Because it was right there. All because
of you was the one that had "Say It" on it.
Right.
That's
what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure that one had "Say It" on it though.
I thought "Say It" was the first.
Neo was on "All Because of You," so "Mirror" was the first.
"Mirror" was on the first one.
Okay, and you were saying the second one.
No, I want the first one.
You want the first one?
My Own Words. I like "Mirror" and shit like that, and "Stay" and "Time" and so sick and all of that. Yeah. Stay. So, anyways, number 4.
Good album.
I have. Let's see. I'll go with Miguel. His first album.
Which one?
The first one.
Was that called Miguel?
You said what?
Was that called Miguel?
No, it was shit. Let me go back over.
You don't got the names of the albums. For real, Tim.
Listen, I'm partying. Leave me alone.
No, that's what it should have been done before the party,
nigga. Is the first album.
All I Want Is You is the first
one. I thought so, but I didn't want to be wrong. All I Want Is You. Number 3, I got Illuminati, J. Cole. Born Center. I'm tripping. Born Center, J. Cole. Like I said, I'm partying. Leave me. I'm trying to work my way through this. Number 2, I got Confessions, Usher, and number 1, I got Nothing Was the Same, Drake.
Okay, definitely on my list.
I was struggling.
It's interesting that you went with All Because of You or whatever the fuck.
I went with In My Own Words.
No, I was talking about the Miguel album because Kaleidoscope was on my short list, but
that's a cold album. That's a cold album though.
So 5, I got The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
5.
4, Man on the Moon 1.
Yes.
3, Les Album Noir. Black Album.
The Black Album.
2, Section 80. Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
And 1, Late Registration, Kanye West.
I like this list. I like this. All right. For me, number 5. I have Justin Timberlake, The 2020 Experience, Part 1.
Okay.
Playthrough album for me. Came out around the time me and my husband met. It has a very the album just goes. It reminds me of that whole summer. And then we, Mirrors is the wedding joint. Number 4.
And like honeymoon.
Number 4, I got Kendrick Lamar, Damn. I think the fact that you can play that album forward and backwards is still, and it's 2 different stories, is it blows my mind. Number 3, Marvin Gaye, I Want You. I know that Let's Get It On is the more popular album, but I will stand on the fact that I think I Want You is the better album.
I love this one too.
It's a vibe. Like literally, throw on Marvin Gaye, I Want You, and just let it play. Just turn it on and let it play.
For sure.
Go to the party and let it play, and you will enjoy yourself. Number 2, I got Blackstreet, Another Level. I think it's classic. My favorite album. And then number 1, Jay-Z, The Black Album. Shout out to my cousin Mike. We got that album. He got it on bootleg. I didn't buy it for some time until I got older, but we had to do. And he came by. He's like, I got the Black Album, and he put it in my 3-disc CD changer, and we played Madden while we had the album on repeat. Just the hours. Black Album, Madden.
Hey, we had a dude that stole CDs from Target. Camille, somebody me and you know. So you know. We had to do the CD because this nigga used to steal over Target, bro. And we used to just pay him and shit.
I already know who you're talking about now. He had every CD.
I swear. Anyway. All right, so and number 5 I had the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Number 4, Nothing Was the Same, Drake. 3, College Dropout. 2, Ready to Die, Biggie. And then number 1, My Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kanye.
That's my favorite Kanye album. Listen good album.
The album is amazing.
Did y'all have any honorable mentions?
I had quite a few.
Yep, I do. I got like 2.
I got
the documentary.
I
got the documentary Game. And then John Mayer, Room for Squares.
Oh, John Mayer, huh?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Continuum. I was gonna be like, yes. But no.
Continuum fire though.
I got Continuum. John Mayer is on my short list. Erykah Badu, Baduism. Yeah. Amy Winehouse, Back to Black. And
I didn't listen to her.
Will Smith, Big Willie Style.
Dog, that Big Willie Style used to go hard.
Used to ride in the Jeep, fam.
I feel like that might be a double entendre. Like the title, like I just never thought about it. Big Willie Style.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I had.
I liked Anderson .Paak's Malibu. It was up there, and freaking All Because of You, Neil, like we were saying before, and Free Black, the Black's first album.
Okay.
We heard that on the way back from when we went to Minnesota. That was the first time I heard any of his music. And I was like, dude, this motherfucker, who the fuck is this?
Or as some say, 6 Lack.
6 Lack. Well, that's what I really call him. I call him 6 Lack. But I think I played that album. I think once I heard one song, I think I went and found his music, and that album had just dropped or something like that around that time. And I think I played that the rest of the ride back.
And shout out to Ari Lennox. That's probably like my favorite new album that's come out recently. Eric, what are some of your honorable mentions, though?
Love, Hate, Dream.
That's a great one.
That's a really good. That's a good
that one. That was one of my favorites.
I forgot about Jamie Foxx too.
Jamie.
Watch the Throne. The
heck
yeah.
House of Balloons. What's his name? The Weeknd. I had something else, but I deleted it. So good enough.
Oh, random.
Last Train to Paris. I don't care what nobody say.
Good album. I agree. I don't know if I'll say favorite, but good album.
Yeah, Last Train to Paris was a whole vibe.
Well, if y'all was sitting here wondering some music to listen to, we just gave y'all a whole bunch of albums to check out. So do that. We hope y'all enjoyed the show this week. That's it. That's all. If you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me at Camille Monae. CAMILLEMONAE because
your mom is fancy.
Thank you, sir.
At Buzzburner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Goddamn right.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. I'm K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
Mm-hmm. And it's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. C'est la vie. I'll find you something next week.
See y'all next week. T-shirt orders close on the 19th. Get yours.
Get your T-shirts.
3-year anniversary next week. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.